Using the portable mini parts washer today down here at the pad, and I can run it on the Jackery with the solar panels out. It's only pulling 17 watts of power, and the solar panels are bringing in almost 80 watts of power right now, so I could run it indefinitely down here in that. This needs to charge up. We've been running the air compressor with it and stuff. I didn't have the solar panels the other day when I used it. It was kind of cloudy anyways. But I'm just gonna start, get these cleaned up here with the parts washer and start going to town. But this is a really nice little portable unit. One of our Patreon members sent that to me earlier this year, and it's awesome. So I'm starting to remove this rusty wiper here. That's what the seal rides on. And I've got it moving. It's coming. So I'll let the bus owner finish up on that. Now that I got it moving, that's the easy part now. Hubs all put back together here. And got this one all cleaned up. Getting ready to put together.
Good for her.
Okay.
Huh?
I'll start pounding. Almost. A few more just for good measure. You're almost there. Did it feel solid?
Yeah.
It sounded solid. Okay, we got the new seal, new bearing, new races. This one is
Bearing in there.
ready to go. Yeah. I almost forgot to put the bearing in before I put the seal in.
Man, I'll tell you, it's easy to do, man.
Whole big box full of airbags. The bus owners are coming out today. The brothers that own the Scenicruiser, and they're going to start putting airbags on it. So this bus has quite a few airbags because it has the tag axle. It has them as well. A lot of modern vehicles only have one airbag on the tag, each side of the tag. This particular one has two. So you've got 4 back here on this side, 4 on the other side. And then 4 more total up here. So it's a neat story with the brothers. So they ended up finding this bus. Their parents used to own a Scenicruiser when they were kids. And then they started talking about it, and just one day found this one and said, hey, let's buy it and get one like Mom and Dad used to have. I think it's a neat family story. It is gutted on the inside. It's not, it's a work in progress. So they're going to make a motorhome out of it, but it's not a seated coach. They would like to get a couple of the original seats back in it to have for the upper deck. The seats where you look out the windows there, they'd like to have those back in instead of those there, so they have the real ones there. But as you can see, it is gutted, spray foamed insulation, pretty much so ready to go for whatever they decide they want to do to it. But it's going to be a nice job when they're done with it, I'm sure. It's going to be a long project, but I for one know how much fun it is to have an RV like this to travel around in. Not quite Scenicruiser style, but they'll get a kick out of it. Kelly came home last night from Indy, and I got a KHOA violation for leaving this tub laying out here. After we drained the coolant out of it, I left it out here, and I didn't put it away, so my bad.
There you go, Scott.
The first one. How many hours? We won't say.
So you're going to put this on YouTube now. Man.
Nice job.
These two brothers.
Not the world's greatest air compressor, so maybe wait for it to build up again, but it reaches it.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Oh yeah, you'll get it. brake springs are on, new kingpin is in, brakes, everything's all cleaned up on there, new seal is in, hub's getting ready to go back on this side here. That airbag's still coming off, that airbag's coming off, and then that shock's going to be replaced still. Other than that, will be done up here on the front end for now. Oh, and that hydraulic arm for the power steering needs to come off because it has leaked everywhere. It's got a really bad leak. Well, the Scenicruiser is progressing. Those airbags are on there. That new one's on there. That one's coming back off. The plate is broken and cracked. You can see that little bend in the top right there. It broke. We're trying to reuse the old hardware and old brake and rings and everything on here, but it's one of those things where you can save some money, but you're definitely not saving any time by doing it. He's saving about $200 per airbag by not replacing the hardware and the rings and everything, but the amount of labor involved is much greater. Trying to take everything off without damaging it, and because the bolts are no longer available, it's a little bit harder. That airbag there is ready to come off. It's got one bolt left in it still. Front brakes are all adjusted and ready to go. So yeah, by reusing those old rings and stuff, he's saving the money, but the amount of labor, he's not paying me to do it. It's their own labor, but if they're taking off work and stuff too, then you're losing out on it there. But we have to order at least one new ring for the one that's cracked to get a new one on there. But I'm not the one doing that, so it's it's their own labor they're putting into it. So that's pretty good that they can actually save the money. And the brother's going to come again this weekend, and they're going to hopefully be able to knock the rest of those out. But they've got 2 full days working on that, and they have 3 airbags on. The 4th one is about ready to go on, and then the other one up front is off. So 2 full days, and they got almost half of it done. So just to give you an idea, time frame wise, but if you weren't worried about saving the bolts or anything, well, then you can just use an air hammer and just cut them off, use the impact or whatever, not worry about damaging the hardware, breaking the nuts. It's a lot easier. But the Scenicruiser is coming along, and hopefully the hubs are all back together on the front. Both hubs are done. This hub I didn't put back together because he was in that wheel well all day yesterday, but it's ready to go too. So just giving you a little update on the Scenicruiser. It's getting there. So Tyler's on his way here now on his final trip moving here, and we're going to get the conversion started on this bus here that he's going to be living in. So he'll be able to travel in his RV and live in it. So a full RV conversion on the 1947 Silver Sides, just like ours. We've had some pretty cool people step up and help donate some items for him too, which we'll talk about in the future. But it's going to be a fun project. He's going to be coming here today. He's already made 2 moves down, and this will be his 3rd trip down here with stuff. And obviously I don't want him sleeping on our couch too long, so we'll be very motivated as an empty nester parent to hurry up and get his conversion livable for him. And then that'll be exciting for him. So we're going to get this going here. So stay tuned for more videos on that. Hopefully in the next few days, you'll see some progress happening on the bus.